Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I'd like to share with you my experience this morning. My name is Marina, a housewife with a loving husband and 3 children. I live in the United States from Irvine, California. Today, I'd like to share with you my experience with cancer, Rabdomyosarcoma.
Tumor ganas, yaitu Rabdomyosarcoma.
Normally, the treatment for the sarcoma is to amputate. Since it is a malignant tumor, it will continue to spread and attack internal organs.
Suatu tumor yang ganas dan dia akan menyerang ke atas terus. Dan pada hari ini saya mau memberi kesaksian kepada bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu bahwa di dalam sakit saya ini yang cukup menakutkan, tapi ternyata.
And I'd like to tell you how I found peace and happiness in my heart during my fight against cancer.
Suatu kedamaian di hati saya. Jadi saya mau bercerita asal pertamanya saya sampai ada di Indonesia.
Let's start from the beginning, from 1 year ago. It all started when I went back to Jakarta for the 1-year memorial of my late mother-in-law. At that time, I felt the pain in the back of my leg. Although it was just a little swollen, I quickly dismissed it as a pulled muscle. However, after an MRI, the doctor diagnosed me with Rabdomyosarcoma, which is a malignant tumor that has to be removed immediately.
Dan saat itu saya tidak tahu harus berbuat apa. Saya cuma bingung apa harus saya lakukan.
I was shocked at the diagnosis. At that time, I met a friend, Mr. Hari Purnomo, and during that demoralizing time, he helped me through my denial. I was able to accept that I was ill with a malignant tumor.
Dan saya mulai bisa menerima bahwa saya memang sakit tumor itu. Dan akhirnya,
within the next 4 months, my husband and my family insisted that I travel to Singapore for a more advanced medical treatment. But I felt that it was not for me. I did not feel right about it. I knew that my place was here in Indonesia.
Jadi setelah waktu berjalan kira-kira 4 bulan,
after the 4 months have passed, I went in for another checkup. I found out that my tumor has grown twice as big, about 24 centimeters. I did not know what to do anymore.
Dan saat itu juga saya nggak tahu harus berbuat apa.
It was only after my children asked me, "Mom, how long are you going to be away from us?" I was confident that God will grant me a miracle. But it was my children that pushed me and made me realize that God's miracle works in different ways. My children said to me that sometimes God's miracle does not work like magic. My tumor will not just magically disappear. God's miracle works through your friends, your family, and even your doctors.
Akhirnya atas dorongan anak-anak, akhirnya saya juga ke dokter di salah satu rumah sakit di Jakarta Utara.
During those 4 months, I visited 4 doctors as well, but I did not feel any connection with them.
Di hati saya cuma berasa ini bukan dokter saya, bukan ini orang yang saya tuju. Dan setelah dokter yang
until I saw the 5th doctor. I had a good feeling and I felt a connection. Despite finally finding the right doctor, I still had doubts and was not sure if I had made the right decision.
Ada keraguan, ada kata-kata saya sembuh enggak ya, saya bisa baik enggak ya, itu masih ada. Akhirnya suatu saat saya bertemu dengan teman SMP suami saya, Ibu Melani dan Bapak Nugroho, dan di situ saya.
It wasn't until my husband's friend introduced me to Father Franz Doi.
Dan saat itu Saya diajak ke
Father
meditasi
Franz took me to
dengan
a
Romo
meditation session in Pulau Gabang.
di Pulau Gebang, dan di situ
In
pertama
this
kali saya
first
ikut
meditation
meditasi itu
session,
saya
I
merasakan
felt
sesuatu
something that
yang
was different. I felt
apa
a
ya,
jolt running through my
badan
body.
saya itu
It made me
seperti
feel tired,
dialirin
and
listrik
I
di
had to lay on
seluruh
my
badan
back.
saya, dan saya itu rasanya sampai lemas. Saya tertidur, saya tidur terlentang dari duduk, dan di situ
While I was on my back,
saya
I
ada
felt
suatu
an
kesedihan yang
unexplainable
luar biasa
sadness.
di dalam hati
The
saya.
sadness
Saya sampai
penetrated deep
menangis
into my soul.
terseduh-seduh, dan saya sampai
I started to
mengeluarkan
pray
air
and
mata
ask
dan
God for
mohon
mercy.
ampun sama Tuhan di situ.
While all this was
Dan
happening, I still felt the jolt running
waktu
through my
itu juga
body.
aliran listrik seperti berjalan di badan saya terus gitu, dan Romo Franz bilang, apa yang terjadi
Afterwards,
saat
Father
meditasi
Franz said to
kontemplasi
remember
itu
that God is always
seperti ini,
with us
dan terus
and that the
ingat
jolt
bahwa
was
Tuhan
a
Yesus
sign from the Holy
ada
Spirit.
beserta kita, beserta saya. Dan waktu itu saya mohon pengampunan sama Tuhan Yesus, saya minta ampun, dan saya mengucap, saya terus sebut nama Yesus, dan akhirnya itu bilang, dan saya bilang Romo bilang itu adalah suatu tanda bagus bahwa ibu dijamah Roh Kudus.
An interesting experience happened during another meditation session before my surgery.
Tindakan medis yang ketiga, jadi yang pertama itu di kemo, kedua di kemo, dan yang ketiga di cryosurgery. Cryosurgery itu dibius total dan dibikin bola es. Nah, waktu itu saya seumur hidup belum
I have
pernah
never had a
dibius
full
total,
anesthesia
jadi saya
before,
takut waktu itu.
so I was deathly
Jadi saya
terrified.
sempat bilang, Romo, saya takut mau ada operasi ini.
Father Franz
Romo bilang,
suggested that
ayo
I
ikut
keep
meditasi
meditating
saya
until the day
sebelum
of the
sampai hari
operation.
haknya itu. Akhirnya saya sempat ikut meditasi sama Romo 3 kali. Terus yang kedua lagi saya ikut di Wisma Samadhi. Di situ juga saya
The
diikutkan
third
sama Romo
session
itu
was
meditasi
actually a
bersama
children's
anak-anak kecil
meditation
semua.
session.
Saya
In my
takut,
mind,
ya Romo,
I
kenapa saya
resented
suruh
Father
ikut
Franz
meditasi
for
dengan
taking me
anak
to a
kecil,
children's
saya
session.
ikut saja. Dan ternyata di situ saya
However, as I kept
mengalami
on
lagi
meditating, I felt a
seperti
pull on my
pipi
face,
saya, bibir saya itu
a
kayak
pull that was
ditarik
forcing my
untuk
face to
tersenyum,
smile. At first,
Saya
I kept
kembalikan
fighting
lagi
it, but I
di situ lagi,
relented
saya
in the
suruh
end and I
tersenyum lagi.
smiled what
Dan
felt like
akhirnya
a
sampai saya
peaceful smile.
tersenyum benar-benar yang tenang sekali. Dan ternyata waktu itu ada anak kecil umur
At that
7
time, there
tahun,
was a
dia itu
7-year-old boy
ngantar
who
kakaknya
went
ke
with his sister
meditasi.
to
Itu anak nggak
meditate.
ikut meditasi, dia
He took
potret
a
saya
picture of me
pakai
with his
BB dan
sister's
kakaknya
BlackBerry,
itu. Dan
and lo and
saya lihat di
behold,
situ
I was
betul ternyata
smiling in
di
that
dalam
picture
meditasi
while
saya
meditating.
itu tersenyum. Kata Romo
Father
bilang,
Franz reminded
apalagi
me
ibu
that in the
lakukan,
face of any
ibu harus
adversary,
tersenyum, ibu
I
harus
need to
tertawa
remember to
dalam
smile.
menghadapi ini semua. Saya semakin yakin, dan sampai pada akhirnya hari
That
Selasa
Tuesday,
itu
the
saya
day of the
mau
operation,
diadakan
I was still
operasi
feeling a
itu.
little doubtful.
Saya
While nurses were taking me to the
ada
operation
keraguan,
room,
ada
I
ketakutan.
felt a surge of doubt
Pas
and
waktu itu
fear.
saya ngalamin sesuatu yang luar biasa. Saat itu saya didorong dengan suster rumah sakit itu untuk menuju ke ruang operasi itu. Saya udah deg-degan, takut gitu. Tapi
Soon after, I
waktu itu
felt
saya
a
tuh
hand
berasa
touching my right
tangan
hand,
kanan saya itu
and I
seperti ada yang
proceeded to hold
memegang.
my hand.
Dan di saat itu
I
juga
believe that
saya
it is God's hand
yakin
Himself
ini adalah
holding
Tuhan
me
Yesus
through,
yang memegang tangan
so I
kanan
begin
saya.
to pray,
Dan
Our
saya
Father.
berdoa Bapa kami, dan setelah saya selesai doa Bapa kami,
As
saya
soon as I
mencium
finished
wangi
praying,
yang
I
luar biasa,
smelled this
wangi yang saya
incredibly
belum pernah
sweet
mencium
smell.
wangi itu. Akhirnya waktu itu
When
udah
we
masuk
entered
ke
the
lift,
elevator, the smell got
semakin wanginya
stronger.
semakin
I even asked
kuat
my
sekali.
husband if he
Sampai suami
himself
saya
smelled it,
tanya sama
and
suami
he did.
saya, ini bau apa? Saya tuh bilang gitu. Terus suami saya cuma bilang, oh tuh bau hio gitu. Udah, saya nggak punya pikiran apa-apa, dan saya, masuk ke, dan saat itu juga saya udah pasrah, ikhlas, udah semua saya masuk. Terus di ruang operasi itu, dan sudah berjalan kira-kira hampir 1,5 jam jalan operasi. Oh ya, dan waktu itu saya lupa, waktu itu siang itu dokter
Earlier
sudah
in the day,
memperkirakan
the
dan
doctor
menghitung kita
said that
hanya
they would
bisa
only be able
melakukan
to do
3
cryosurgery on a
jarum,
small
karena
part
itu
of the
diperlukan
tumor,
menjadi
approximately
bola-bola es
3
ya.
needles area,
Terus karena
about 3
cuma 3
centimeters
dok,
in
iya jadi
diameter.
3
I was
cm
worried. My
diameternya. Oh
tumor
jadi
is a big
cuma
tumor.
segini tumor
How long
saya
would it take
hancur
to
dia.
treat my entire
Tumor
tumor?
saya besar sekali, gimana saya mau menghancurkan itu berapa lama? Ya itu yang kita bisa perbuat ibu, kata dokternya gitu. Oh ya baik, udah jadi cuma 3 titik aja. udah dikasih spidol gitu kan di kaki saya, cuma di sini-sini. Ternyata di situ saya mengalami mukjizat yang luar biasa. Begitu saya
When I awoke
sadar
from the
dari bius itu,
operation,
dokternya
the
lamar
doctor
saya.
informed me that they have
Ibu
performed the
selamat,
treatment with
ibu
8
telah
needles instead of just
kita
3.
bisa
I immediately
Miraculous,
thanked God for
ternyata
the
bukan
gift.
3 titik tapi
When it was
8
time for
titik.
them to do
Terima
another
kasih Tuhan. Di
cryosurgery,
situ saya
they
menerima
estimated 3 needles as
mujizat
well,
pertama
but they
kali
were
itu.
able to do 8 once
Selanjutnya untuk
more.
2 minggu kemudian diajarkan krayo, ternyata juga banyak lagi, kita bisa dokter bisa 8.